Welcome to Q's Bioproduction Academy. Today let's discuss about the blood circulation in the heart. That is throughout the body, then to the lungs. Uh, so how it starts? We start from the deoxygenated blood. After the body respires, there will be release of carbon dioxide. When carbon dioxide is released from the body tissues, it will be transported from the body tissues to the heart through the superior and the inferior vena cava. So this one is the superior, that is from the upper parts of the body. Then the inferior is from the lower parts of the body. It will flow, this deoxygenated and other nitrogenous waste which is accumulated in the blood will flow to the heart to through the vena cava to which first point? To the right atrium. Then from the right atrium, the blood will flow to the right ventricle through the tricuspid valve. Tricuspid valve prevents backflow of blood to the right atrium. When this one contracts to pump out the blood through the semilunar valve, or you can call it pulmonary valve, then to the lungs. You can see it's divided, that is to the right lung and to the left lung. Then from that point now, that is in the lungs, what happens? The blood is oxygenated. It's added oxygen. That addition of oxygen, what happens? The blood will flow back to the heart through the pulmonary vein. Once in the pulmonary vein, what happens? The blood flows to the left atrium. From the left atrium, this oxygenated blood will flow to the left ventricle through a mitral valve. This mitral valve, another name you can call it bicuspid valve. So from this point, this one is to prevent the backflow of blood when this left ventricle contract to pump out the blood to the rest parts of the body through the aorta. Now it will flow from the left ventricle to which point? To the aortic valve. The aortic valve or semilunar valve prevent backflow of blood from the aorta, which is the oxygenated blood, to the left ventricle. The blood will flow to the rest parts of the body, of which that is to the upper parts of the body and even to the lower parts of the body. And the blood continues circulating to supply oxygen to the respiring tissues. So this is just a flowchart of that blood circulation. The blood tissues, that is a systemic circulation, that is a deoxygenated blood from the respiring tissues will flow to the heart through the superior and inferior vena cava, as we have discussed. Then from this point, it will flow to the right atrium through the tricuspid valve to the right ventricle. From the right ventricle, the ventricle contracts and pumps out the blood through the pulmonary semilunar valve. From this pulmonary semilunar valve, it will prevent the backflow of blood to the right ventricle when it contracts. This pumps out the blood now to the pulmonary artery. From the pulmonary artery, the blood will flow to the lungs. Once in the lungs, we said it becomes oxygenated. This oxygenated, it will undergo another form of circulation called pulmonary circulation. From the pulmonary circulation now, this blood flows from the lungs to the pulmonary vein. Then from the pulmonary vein to the left atrium, Then from the left atrium, it will flow through the bicuspid valve to the left ventricle. And this bicuspid valve, we are saying to prevent the backflow of blood to the left atrium. This blood will flow out of the heart to the aorta through the aortic semilunar valve. You can just call it semilunar valve to the aorta. Then from the aorta now it will be transported to the rest parts of the body, where in the body tissues the oxygen will be used for respiration, and the process again continues. So it's a cyclic circulation of blood. That is the end. Thank you and welcome. That's we learn more.